So, hey everybody, Tom here, always with me to this, wait, over here. No, that's a terror dog. Oh, is he down here? Okay. Matt is with me today. We are here with a very special guest, Ira Heiden. This
Hello
man
there.
is an icon. You know him from Dream Warriors. We have the Wizard Master with us today. So you might be asking yourself, why is the Wizard Master with us? Well, we're going to get there. All right? So, Ira, uh, before we jump into the Ghostbusters of it all,
Right.
you have this movie, this very specific movie, Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors, where you play the Wizard Master and you have this iconic scene and this iconic death, and it's this amazing moment. So, before we jump in there, because we have horror fans as well, I just wanted you to, how did that impact your not only your life, your career, like what does Nightmare mean to you?
So it's a wonderful horror family to be a part of. To this day, I still keep in touch with all the cast and crew from that movie, and the ones from the first one, and the ones from four and five. We're all kind of like a tight knit family. So to be a part of the Nightmare movie, it's pretty significant. With Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp. Um, we all hit it off so well. And what do you say? I mean, it's such an iconic movie, and there's so many great characters, and especially the one from Mars. I mean, we were all teenagers banding together to try and beat the demon. So it was such a wonderful thing to be a part of.
We talked about this when you and I first met. I had just watched all of the Nightmare movies again around Halloween, and then shortly thereafter, not a couple weeks went by, that I learned that you had a very special role in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yes.
So tell our viewing audience what brings you into our family.
So I knew the director, Jason, and we used to play broomball together, and had a lot of fun times. When I heard that he was on this project, first of all, it's Ghostbusters. It's one of the most epic movies of all time. Um, I literally wrote him an email saying, "Dude, I will do anything. I'll be a zombie in the background. I'll be whatever it takes. I do a lot of voice work, but whatever it takes, I want to be a part of this movie." He was very busy and working, and I figured, whatever. So I get a message saying, "Ira, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's been so crazy busy, but yes, I definitely want you to be a part of this. You should be a part of this." And he said, "First, we're going to start you off doing some ADR work." And I said, "That's great. Awesome. I'm so excited." So I literally, October 16th, 2020, a day that I will never forget, that I did ADR, which, are you guys familiar with ADR?
Yeah, for like background characters and stuff, you're doing their voices, right?
Correct. Yeah. Voices that people are passing, it's a ghost, all the people in the background where you're in a restaurant and stuff like that. And so, that was so much fun. And then we got to play some of the ghosts that were coming out of the cauldron, rah, rah, and the screaming ghosts through the town and stuff like that. So, it was a lot of reactions, and that was a blast. And then the people that led the ADR group said, "Ira, the director requested you to stay after." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Uh-oh.
I did not know this. I mean, it's enough just to do the ADR for Ghostbusters Afterlife, right?
Yeah, I would take it.
Well, guess what? I was told that I had to do some characters, and then I found out what the characters were. So literally from 3:30 till 7 p.m., and we did this all remote. We a lot of us were in the sound studio, but Jason was at home, and Perry was at home, and so we all were looking through the computer and watching these characters come to life. And so it was like literally, I mean, it was so much fun.
So you told me you kind of identify yourself as the jelly bean one and the guy who drools. Like, is there something specific that you remember saying, like a specific line or making a specific noise that you can pick
Uh,
out on screen?
Well, Jelly Bean Guy was, like it was kind of, a funny kind of thing that you can hear pretty quickly. But also with the drooler, it's like a quick, because it's cut very quick, but it's definable. You can definitely hear it. So
Absolutely. When
Well,
that first,
no. See, I got a question even before that. Okay.
okay,
You said you played broomball with Jason. Is he competitive?
very, very
Very.
competitive.
Oh, okay. All right.
We had a lot of fun, and it was great. So we rented the Culver City ice rink here in Los Angeles, in Culver City, from 12 midnight till about 2 a.m. And Jason and his partner at the time, Dan, would blast Beastie Boys over the loudspeaker for 2 hours. Be boys making with the freak. I mean, just it was so much fun. And I mean, you're running around on ice in sneakers and a broom and hitting this big ball, and it was a blast.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, the real question though that I have is you're known for a lot of your on-camera work. How is it different doing the voice acting, and how'd you cross over into that?
So my first job in the voice world was doing ADR work on a movie called Dead Poets Society. And so that was a lot of fun. That was 2 days work. The director, Peter Weir, came in and directed us. It was a big project. And that was the very first time that I did that. But then I had gotten a voiceover agent. And so I was able to audition for cartoons and different characters and commercials and stuff like that. Like there's even one thing where I was a corn nut. Hey, a loud, annoying corn nut, which was a blast to do. So, to get to break into that, it sounds great. It's a lot of hard work, but it's so much fun.
that's awesome. So you knew Jason personally before. So when you walk in there and you're on the soundstage and Jason's remote, as a director, what does he give you? What is he? Obviously, when you look at the footage, you're like, oh, these guys are running amok. But did he give any specific direction on what he was looking for?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's such an on-it director. I mean, he knows exactly what he wants, and he also leaves you with the freedom to try different things. So it was really cool in the sense where, we're all on the Roomba, and Jason goes, "Hey, why don't you guys think of like you're in Mario Kart or something, like you're in this grand speedway." So then at that point we're like, so it was his direction which helped us kind of go into these different areas.
Many Mini-Puft is going to be glued to a Roomba in the near future, I believe.
I
For
think
sure.
so. Hello, Funko. Come on, guys. Come up with some stuff here.
Yeah.
It's not just the pop figure, holding on to the matchsticks. There's a lot of fun things.
Yeah. And it's crazy every
I'm
time.
talking miniseries. I mean, I'm serious. These guys need their own. They need their own diabolical miniseries cartoon.
That'd be amazing because they're so like immediately. I was really worried that people were going to see it, even though it was produced before Mandalorian. It came out after that, and so I was like, oh well, everybody's going to think that Ghostbusters trying to rip off Baby Yoda, but it's not, and it's the Mini-Puffs are so beloved already because they're inherently evil but still adorable.
Right. Exactly. I
Yep.
mean, how great is that, right?
That's amazing. Do you have there's a lot of chaos in there, and there's a few scenes and they're kind of spread out, but it's like you have to watch the movie multiple times because there's something going on here and here and here and here. So there's a lot of rewatch value there. But do you have a particular favorite death of a Mini-Puft, like a gruesome Mini-Puft death?
Absolutely, Tom. I'm glad you asked that. If you remember, the guys that are trying to climb up and they jump into, one of them gets into the blender, and there's a couple of guys pushing buttons, and all of a sudden, and he's just gone.
Yeah.
I think that one is really, it's a lot of fun. Also, my gosh, on the grill, the first guy that's like going through, and then just
Mm-hmm.
just toast.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the things I like to sign on these things, is like, get toasted.
Yeah. I was going to ask you too. Sometimes when we do these signings, we're obviously, for those of you listening, we're obviously doing a signing with Ira. Sometimes people like to have quotes and stuff written on there, and so Sarah Natacheni, for instance, hers is she likes to write no with a lot of O's. so Get Toasted, that's perfect.
Yeah, and I think that's in sense, especially that's great in character for the grill episode,
Yeah.
I think this guy could be very much of the how sweet it is,
Ah, yes.
right? Oh no, I'm dropping my characters. Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Now,
So,
one of the questions I had was, we're obviously on the outside, you're on the inside there, but was there so the footage that you saw when you were recording, was that everything, or was there Mini-Puff stuff that didn't make the final cut that you're aware of, or
no, that was it. Oh, hold
that
on,
was
my cat was attacking this dude. No, we got to see it all. There was no parts that were cut, so we played with all of what was there.
fantastic?
And I remember specifically Jason giving a bunch of us the opportunity to do that first guy, that breaks through, the first one that gets through,
Yeah.
and looks at Paul Rudd and then bites his finger. Yeah, a lot of us had a chance at doing that, and the people that were in front of me, Scott, I thought Scott did such a great job, and Jason said, "Hey, Ira, you want to take a stab at this?" And I said, "You know what? No, I don't think I need to, because there's no way that I'm going to top what was just done." And he laughed. He was like, "Okay." But yeah, it was, again, just the opportunity to get to play these guys, the evilness and playfulness. When they're looking inside and looking at the Ghostbusters, Bill Murray and it's great.
That's what I was going to ask. When we met with Sarah, she had mentioned that those were the guys, is what she said. The voices were the guys. And so I was curious, could you identify yourself in that scene too?
No, I know for a fact I wasn't in that scene. Although there was one of the characters that I did get to voice, which was biting what's his name, backpack, the electronic backpack,
Yeah.
and then fries up. But no, I was not on those three. Gosh, I think it was David and I forgot the other dude, the other actor. But yeah, I know for a fact that I wasn't a part of that one, but I know I'm on the rumba. I know I'm the jelly bean dude, and I know I'm the salivating guy on the grill. And I also believe I was one of the guys pushing the button on the blender.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, can you guys tell? Was it a woman? Is it a man? Can you tell any difference?
I can't. It blows my mind that you can distinguish the different people based on the sounds, because I can't.
Well, one of the great things about Jason is he let us, he goes, "Okay, you guys, we need this one." And
Cameo.
God, and we need this guy coming across. And I was like, "I'll grab the salivating dude." And the other guys were like, "Okay, I'm going to grab the one with the graham cracker and the fire thing." So we knew which specifics to go after.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
that's excellent. Now you saw the movie. I think you mentioned something about a L.A. Screening. I think.
Yeah, friends and family.
Right. So
yes.
So did you? I mean, I'm gonna assume you liked it because it's a beautiful film. Did you have a favorite scene that you weren't in?
Yeah, so my favorite part is getting to take my wife came and my 13-year-old boy. My favorite part is when the Mini-Pufts came on the big screen, seeing the smile on my son's face.
Oh, it's amazing.
So that wasn't in the scene, but that was part of my scene, which was just so awesome. My gosh, there was so much about the movie. I honestly need to see it again, because there's a lot that you can miss. But doing the ADR work, I did get to see most of the movie before. So I like Gozer. And I love the scenes with the big green guy coming out, the first time they start blasting him. That was Josh Gad that did the voice for that guy.
Yeah, the people they got to voice the ghosts, in the original film it was Ivan for the most part. Ivan Reitman did Slimer, he did the Terror Dogs when they had a voice, and for this they got real pedigree actors, and it's really amazing.
Well, think about it, Tom. I mean, what are the chances that you're going to get to do something like this? I think you jump on it, just like when I heard the movie was going to happen, I jumped on trying to be a part of it, and it's an exciting thing. Yeah, I think who else was Olivia Wilde was a part of it too.
That was a secret one. No one knew.
Nobody knew, and then so it was again.
What's pretty amazing about the Mini-Pufts, that was one of the few scenes that they showed us in trailers. I mean, you've pretty much seen that whole scene in Walmart by the time you go to see the film. Yet every single time it comes on, I find myself with a dumb smile on my face, just thinking, how amazing is this? It doesn't get old.
No, it doesn't. And it's kind of amazing how they multiply like rabbits, like, oh, it's just one. And all of a sudden, boom, they're all over. Oh my gosh, there's one over here. Where are they coming from,
And they had my number immediately. Because we didn't know that was the thing until the footage came out, obviously, but like that's in the same vein as Gulliver's Travels, or there's a movie I love called Army of Darkness where there's little Bruce Campbells running around causing mayhem. But now, like, no, I love Stay Puft. Stay Puft has been my favorite since I was a kid, and I have Stay Puft stuff all over my house. And to see little mini ones who are just evil, it's just so amazing. And
they're adorably evil.
yeah, absolutely. Sweet, mischievous. And to be, to have such talented people bring it to life. I mean, you told me, I think John Kassir, the Crypt Keeper, is one of them, and we have the Wizard Master, and we have Ash from Pokemon, and all these people who are well known from other things, and now they're part of Ghostbusters. It's so amazing.
Oh, I'm blessed. I feel I'm tickled pink to be able to voice some of these guys. It's crazy fun.
That's so cool. Well, I'm glad that you had a good time on the movie too, and that's such a cool. I was going to ask you. I had a question right now. I was like, well, how did you get involved? And the fact that Jason and you, what'd you call it? Broomball.
Broomball.
That's so cool. That it's so serendipitous that you were involved that way. So.
Yeah, it was. My gosh, those times, it was so much fun. I always mentioned to Jason, it's like, we got to get it out of there again. We got to go. And he's like, there's no way, not a chance. Not the way my back is, and especially for me too, my back is not feeling the greatest. But also they closed down the Culver City rink, and it's just, you can't do it anywhere else. That was the place to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was curious. There's so much merch, and I see that you have some of your Mini-Pufts there. Have you started collecting all things Mini-Puft yet?
Yeah, I mean, hold on one second, guys.
Ooh.
There it is.
Now, I haven't opened it because you can't open this. You just have to just deal with the fact that this is here, and I'm not opening this. I'm going to keep this.
You got to take it in and just enjoy it for the visual appeal.
But for the fans out there, I am willing to sign these.
Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah,
and we got some stuff
I
too.
really want to get a poster at some point and get some of the cast, to sign it. That's one of the great things about doing these conventions, especially the horror ones with Nightmare, is you find a cool poster and you're there with all your buddies that were in the movie, and it's like, oh, Bradley, Greg, sign this for me, sure. Oh, Rodney Eastman, sure. Jennifer, Heather, and so now I have a whole collection of Elm Street posters and
so you get the sickness a little bit that we have.
For sure. Are you kidding me? You guys aren't sick. You're just deranged. That's it.
Yeah, a buddy of mine who's a big collector. I mentioned to him that we were gonna have a signing with you. He's met you like 3 times at different horror shows, and he's like, he's just the nicest guy. And he was so happy that you were part of Ghostbusters. He was just so excited about that. But
it's an amazing thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
I'm still, again, like I said, I just feel so blessed that I'm a part of it.
Well, we're glad to chat with you, and we're happy to be working with you. And I even got a poster for you, Ira, if you'd like one. I have an extra I can give you.
Excellent.
So, and it's actually got all the cast. They're kind of standing in the middle of the street, and to the right there's a shop window. It's got the Stay Puft sign in the window, so you've got the Stay Puft Marshmallow sign, everything on there.
Super cool.
So I'll bring that.
You know, there's one poster that Jason loves, and it's the Italian version.
Italian version. Which one's that?
There's an Italian. I mean, I don't know. It's I think it's the Ecto.
Pardon me while I Google.
And and it's like it's all obviously in Italian, and it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, you know, we won't keep you, but I want everybody to know you're watching this Friday. Oh, geez, hold on, I'm gonna start over. I gotta get the date, the 14th. So you're watching this Friday, January 14th. Orders are live. We'll be open for a couple weeks, and then you know, Ira's gonna sign everything. It's gonna be amazing. So get your orders in. We got photos, we got Funko Pops, we got posters.
Send in the cereal.
Send in the cereal. Hasbro Mini-Pufts, you got it. Ira wants to sign it. I'd be more than happy to do so.
It'll be fun, and you know, get them now while you can.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for your time, sir. It's been wonderful chatting with you. As a fan of yours prior to Ghostbusters, it's been an honor. And I'm so happy to welcome you to the Ghostbusters fandom and family and all that. And
Thanks, man. I'm pretty psyched